Let's begin.
Hit him with the glitch.
And we're live. I'm here with some beautiful people. How's everyone going? Thanks for everyone waiting in the stream. I know we're running a bit late today. Unfortunately, SYJO couldn't make it. Yeah, sorry guys. I see a few people commenting. No SYJO. He ran into some unfortunate stuff. I'm not sure exactly what, but he couldn't make it to the stream. So we miss you, SYJO. Otherwise, I've got some pretty awesome people here in the stream. BEARDYMAN, what are you saying? How you been, mate?
Oh, I don't know. How's everyone doing in the internet? What's happening? Actually, no, I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been trying to work on the ultimate live looping system. I've been doing that for maybe like 10 years, but I feel like I finally cracked it. And there's more to be said about it because it involves an entirely different system to the one that I've used before. And I think that anyone who wants to do live production of the sort that gets done in the producer category will benefit from what I've been doing. That's the hope anyway. So I'm going to be making my work available to people. And there's more to come about that, which will be using the tentacle-like tendrils of the SBX community in order to disseminate my technologies to the universe.
I'm excited, man. What can I ask? What the base is? Is it an Ableton? Is it a DAW-based thing, or is this stuff that you can't talk about yet, or what's going on?
No, I can talk about it. I just don't know how nerdy we should get in the first 7 seconds of the stream. But
Nerdy is great.
I can talk tech if you want to know. So it's using Loopy Pro as the looping engine. And my esteemed opinion is that Loopy Pro is the most legit looping solution of all time. And when I first considered using it, it didn't have the features I needed. And over the last kind of 2 years, I've been working with the developer, Michael, to put in every single feature that has ever existed in any looping software ever. So it is now the ultimate looping solution. And I've put it into my Ableton setup, but you could put it into Bitwig, you could run it standalone. And for the next few months, we're going to do this thing where if you're a member of the technical tier on my Patreon, you get access to the beta of Loopy Pro standalone. So that a bigger announcement about that is coming with like download links and sign up stuff in the next few weeks with videos to show that this is real and what it can do for you if you want to do this kind of producer category type stuff. Because there's never been a good way to do it, and finally, I think there is.
So I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Boss and Roland. Thanks for supporting us. No,
I've spoken with Boss about this, and like, because like they're good mates of mine, and like I had a hand in kind of specifying some of what became the feature set of the 505 Mark II.
Yeah, I
interviewed all the beatboxers who were like, you know, all the leading people using it. So yeah, they're across this, and I don't think they think that what I'm doing with Loopy Pro and stuff competes with what they're doing. They're kind of different. Like if you want to get a sort of small plastic in the box solution that can do everything you need, which sort of is incapable of crashing, well, fingers crossed, but like the thing with the 505 is that it does exactly what you need. You take it out of the box and it's ready to go. You've got to configure it and stuff. But with the thing that I'm working on, it's a bit more involved. It's the kind of thing that you'll see in this producer category where it gets a bit nuts. And if you want to get a bit nuts and you want to transcend what's possible with the 505, this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, I guess it's a different platform as well. It's software based. The other one's hardware based. So yeah, there's no clashing. It's just a joke, guys. Settle down.
No, it's not funny, man.
That sounds amazing, man. I'm super excited. I want to have a chat to you about getting in on that Patreon tier.
Yeah, Another time, more information will be disseminated. Look forward to the dissemination.
That sounds amazing. I'm also joined by some, besides all the tech talk, which I love, that's why we're here, it's the producer category. I'm joined by some other amazing people, the contestants in the producer category. So BEARDYMAN was one of the judges. Thanks for joining us there. We tried to get a few of the other ones here, but they're all busy right now. But BEARDYMAN's taken a bit of time out of his busy schedule. He may drop off at some point during the stream. I know he's got some deadlines and stuff to do. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to be with us here today, mate. But we also got KBA from Denmark joining us. How you doing, KBA? You good?
Hello. I ate pasta this morning. It was nice.
Sounds good. I had pasta last night. It was good.
I'm writing an exam at the moment. If you know anything about biopolitics, feel free to message me.
Sounds great. Should we do a stream about it?
Yes, please. I'm in desperate need of help.
SBX reacts to KBA's essays.
Just use ChatGPT. You'll be fine.
I've already done that.
Should we invite some of your professors to come watch the stream?
Hello, my professors. I forgot your name. I apologize. If you're seeing this, I mean everything I'm saying.
Oh, it's great. So, moving on, we've also got FRIIDON from Germany. How you going, FRIIDON?
I'm doing great. I'm having the time of my life and getting prepared to travel actually to France this evening for the Florida Beatbox Festival, which I can't wait to be at.
Nice.
Such a nice event last time, and I really look forward to meeting all the people again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's definitely a top event. It's one of my favorite to be at. Unfortunately, I'm not there this time, but Papuni's there. And one of our other guests has already arrived there, I think. Kaos, also from Germany. I think you're in the hotel right now in Agen, right?
Yes, I am. But I haven't eaten anything, so I'm really hungry right now. That's the only issue I have at this point.
You order some Uber Eats straight to the hotel room while we're in the stream.
But you know, we got an Apple Pen in the live stream, so that's cool.
We also
Perfect.
have broccoli frog.
That's amazing. All right, well then let's, before we waste any more time, we've got a few videos to get through and not so much time for everyone to be here. So I'm going to through a few things first, so everyone knows in the stream, we're going to be reacting to the producer category day 1 from the last GBB23, which all of these people were a part of. We got BEARDYMAN the judge, and 3 of the guys here, the other 3 guys were participants. I just want to say a big shout out to our sponsors from the GBB23 in Japan, Tokyo, Boss, Roland, V-Motor, Beat City Japan, Abema, Abirex, Pesa, Tesseract, Republic, Buko Beach Resort, and of course our partners in Japan, TV Asahi. Thank you so much for making it all possible. Of course, as well to all the judges who judged it, BEARDYMAN, of course, Inky, Tioneb, ZD, Tom Thumb. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here. They might be here for the next one, which will be day 2, which we'll stream next week. And to the other artists that couldn't be here, SYJO, Antrix, and Frosty. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks for all your awesome videos. But other than that, I say, what do you guys reckon when I get into the first video? Yeah?
Let's do it.
Yeah? Let's do it. All right, let's drop the first one. And I'm not sure which one it is, but it's I think it'll go in order. So probably FRIIDON, right? Were you the first one up? I think it's FRIIDON first.
I think so, yeah.
Let's get into it. Drop that video, Hopeful.
Let's begin. Hit him with the glitch.
If I can ask you guys to mute yourselves while the video is playing.
GBB, are you feeling? On these 4 days, over 70 of the best beatboxers in the world have gathered to bring you the highest level in beatboxing in their history. Are you ready for that? Okay, and with the producer category, we're gonna kick it off like true insanity, okay? Or as I like to call it, Blue Mayo. Everybody flicking jump! We're flying away. Found a new place. We're flying away. We found a new place. We're flying away. We found a new place. We're flying away.
Ignition sequence activated. Let's start beast mode. To find the way to the dark side, I can pray. And now, let's say hello to a little friend of mine who's watching in the stream and should be on this stage because he deserves it way more than me. Sing with me. Move your body with it. Move your body with it. Like move your body with it. Move your body with it. Move your body with. Move your body with. Move your body with. Move your body with. Move your body with it. Move your body with it, bitch. Up for the end, shall we? Oh no, what's happening? I'm getting transformed. System overloaded. You don't know what's coming next, bitch.
Oh, what a surprise. He did a backflip. What a surprise. I've never seen him do that before. That was sick, man.
FRIIDON did a
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know FRIIDON could do a backflip.
That was sick, man. Beardy man, what are you saying? How's it like watching it on the video instead of live as a judge? Bit more relaxed.
Yeah, judging this stuff was very taxing emotionally because everyone's put their heart and soul into their performance and they've rehearsed it as much as they can, and they've all got completely different approaches. And what you'll see throughout this is that no one's setup is the same, and everyone's kind of styles are quite divergent. And I don't know, what can you say about this one? We had very strict judging criteria, so, you know, to try and make it as fair as possible. But there just has to be this caveat instead, I think, which is that it's not up to judges to decide whether art is good.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to the crowd. And I suppose the reason why it ends up being judges and not the crowd is because that's a decision taken to minimize like favoritism if someone has more of a home audience or something like that, or they've brought more friends along. Because like when I was battling back in the day, it was always just on crowd response. But yeah, I suppose there can be a bias there if you've got more people there. So that's just, I just have to caveat everything I'm going to say with that, just so everyone knows that myself and the rest of the judges found it really difficult to decide who was like better, you know, quote unquote better. But yeah, that was a mad show, right? Like very kind of scruffy and mental and all over the place, and like, some of the timing's out of whack, and as a journey it's kind of disjointed, and it kind of takes you on this mad journey. And I don't know, I thought it got kind of a bit monotonous at points, but then he was changing certain things like the speed of it often, which provides some sort of variation. But I would have liked to see more variation than just the speed, because I know that there's a lot that he was doing in there, and it felt like one of the sets that I would end up banging out like back in the day, just improvising it and like having fun and just going mad. And it was dope. It was really good. I don't think it was the most brilliantly executed of them, but like I love his energy. I love him as a person, and yeah, it was pretty wild.
I don't know if you don't recognize him. FRIIDON's with us here in the stream, just so you know.
Oh yeah, what's cracking, man? Whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna be honest. I thought it was.
Well, I appreciated it. I appreciated
it was batshit, and you're crazy. It's amazing.
Can't say anything against that.
What can I say, man? It was lunacy. Like, yeah.
I had a moment there where I was like, does he not realize that FRIIDON's here because he's got the blonde hair and he changed it, or was it just you were just speaking out of your head and you knew he was here the whole time?
It's both those things.
Okay, it's both those things. Great. No, that's actually I prefer constructive feedback like that myself as well, because you don't really gain anything from like, it was great, man, let's continue on. So this is why I want to have more judges in these streams, for exactly that reason. But yeah, FRIIDON, how is it watching it here together again afterwards? I know you were cringing a few times during the performance. We've talked about this before.
Yes. Actually, like for me, watching this again, like there is this one part where I cringe the fuck out of my soul. Oh, I'm sorry. But other than that, I just like relive memories that I'll never forget in my life. And to be like actually be part of this event was such like an honor to me, because you know, I after I heard Oxygenic drop out like last minute, this set was provided in 3 weeks. So I basically just sat at home, was constantly like bashing the shit, and I made like this decision to, okay, I cannot do really complex stuff like to get to the feedback. I couldn't really do that complex stuff in that short amount of time. So it was basically like a creative decision to go for a psytrance techno set, because like it's characteristic for the genre to be not really as complex, but still I messed some things up. I tried to put as much energy in it as possible, but I was freaking nervous. If you watch in the stream, like you can see every time I touch the loop station, my hands are shaking so much. I was done after.
Yeah, I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but like I can't remember who was it that you took over from, FRIIDON?
Oxygenic.
Oxygenic. So Oxygenic dropped out 3 weeks before the competition, and we managed to squeeze FRIIDON in last minute. So he had literally 3 weeks to prepare for GBB. That whole thing was put together extremely last minute, whereas everyone else had months.
Can I just say what's crazy as well? Can I just say one thing? Is that like, for me, what's so fascinating about this category is the difference in people's setups. And like, so FRIIDON stuff just there was like labor intensive. Like there's fingers working hard and like beatboxing happening like in real time. Oxygenic's wildcard was mad. It was he basically made 3 noises at the start, and then the whole thing was programmed, and he just stood back and kind of crossed his arms and stared at the camera. And these are these 2 poles of like this spectrum. There's like, do you let the machine do it for you and it is still beatbox, or do you do the labor intensive, like really sweating in real time thing? And both are valid, you know. I think it's fascinating. So
Tioneb, he's judging the producer category right now for the wildcards, and he was talking about maybe adding some extra categories, and I kind of agree in the sense of having some extra criteria in the judging, where one criteria is based purely on live interaction. How much are you doing live? And then another criteria, which is how much pre-production is going into it. So you can separate these, because that would be in technicality, I guess, and showmanship kind of a little bit. Those two, those areas would be kind of in those categories that are there right now, but maybe defining them a bit more and separating them out. That would be something we'd look into maybe for 2025 GBB, because obviously it's already 2024 is coming up and the rules are set. But yeah, what do you think about that, Beardy? Like if we did something like this, where we did some scoring based on your live performance interaction, how much work are you doing during the show, and how much have you done beforehand, presets and pre-production?
It's really hard to know the answer to that, because should you really be grading people on how much work they've done beforehand, or should, like, you could imagine somebody turning up with something which, so my setup, for example, is designed to be just a one-stop shop where you can create whatever you want in real time.
But
so like if I did something,
how much work did you do to make that beforehand?
But like, if you were going to grade me for how much work I put in, do you grade me for like 10 years of trying to make the rig, or do you grade me for like not having put any effort into making something specific? I don't know if like grading people for how much work they've done ahead of time is a thing. I don't know if it's a good idea even to grade people on how much work they're doing in real time. I mean, like at the end of the day, like a DJ will get up there and press play and put their arms in the air and no one cares. So like, I'd love to know what people think in the comments here. I'd love to start the debate about what on earth this category is, and like how it should be done, and how much of it should be beatbox. Should it all be beatbox? Should you have to include any beatbox? Is this about live production? Does it have to everything be the human voice? I said that sentence in a kind of German grammar way. Does everything have to be the human voice? So like, these are debates that we've had between us endlessly, round and round in circles. Like we've had like long conference calls where like I've been like, it all has to be the human voice. And then people have been like, well, it shouldn't have to be the human voice. And I'm like, but isn't it a beatbox competition? And people are like, yeah, but whatever. Like the 505's got drum machines in it. It's very nerdy, but I care about this stuff. And I'd love to know what people think about this category and what the rules should be.
This is why I love having you on these streams, man, because these topics, these discussions, it's really important. Like, I've been at the core of this for so long now with Swissbeatbox, and now it's finally becoming an open topic where more people are getting involved and talking about it. And it's been a nightmare for me, and now having people to bounce it off of and different angles and people with different experiences coming in, and you're obviously one of the pioneers of looping in general and like live beatboxing production. So I think this topic is really important to have a discussion around. And like you said, it's a nightmare. Like I'm very much of the opinion that art can't be judged, and comparing it is silly, but it's part of my day job. So I kind of have to put that personal opinion aside and figure out a way to do that and systemize this complex I don't know, this algorithm for making artwork comparable and judgeable and into a sport. So it's a bit more simple, I guess, with solo beatboxing, but when it comes to these layers of tech gear and stuff, it's just a whole other world, and it's becoming a bit of a brain fuck. Sorry for my French.
Well, that's kind of why I've been advocating for the idea that if you can't show that every single sound in your thing is literally your voice, as in it's being granulated, it's being turned into a wavetable, it's being sampled, whatever, then you shouldn't be allowed to make that noise. But that's my like extremist human beatbox opinion, and like other people diverge from that.
We'd already opened Pandora's box because of what had happened with previous loop stations and what you could do with them. To go backwards was the problem. I think we're looking at the possibility of doing that, but we kind of have to undo what people are currently doing in the way that they make music for that to be a thing. So maybe what could happen is eventually we evolve into a new category, which is like some kind of anything goes all out, but only beatboxing sourced material. I don't know. At the moment, it's difficult because we've kind of crossed a line that's kind of hard to put it back in the box, you know, now that everyone is already making this music and basing their stuff around it. So we'd have to figure out a method to get there. But I'm with you on that one, like having the idea that everything is based on that. I think it will become more prevalent with Loopy Pro being a thing. If that becomes accessible, then especially with what you're working on, what you mentioned before, which I'd love to delve into at another time, that might make it more possible to go, okay, guys, this is now a new thing. Here's the platform. Maybe just give people, you just allowed Loopy Pro, and that's it. And that's a whole other category. Maybe we can talk to them about sponsoring a new category at GBB, for example. Hey, plug. Let's go. But yeah, it's a tough one. I really appreciate your insights, man. Thank you so much. You got some time for a few, one or two more videos with us?
I've got time for one more.
All right. KBA and Kaos, give us your quick brief feedback on that last video from FRIIDON.
I like it a lot. It's
cool.
Very nice.
That's
now,
nice.
On a real, I can really appreciate how people stick to a single genre for an entire set, because it kind of gives me the feel of like some sort of artistry going into it, rather than just like trying to show as many different genres as possible. I really like the fact that it's like a full, like smooth thing of just, you know, psytrance, techno, whatever the specific subgenre is. I don't know. So I can really appreciate that fact that it feels like the music.
It's freakno.
Freakno.
That's very fitting, FRIIDON. What about yourself, Kaos? Did you dig it?
Yeah, I think the fact that he like came up with this set in 3 weeks makes it like even better, and because like, I can tell I wouldn't be able to do that in 3 weeks to get a 8-minute set together. And I also think like the mistake he points out, he like caught it really well. He improvised it so good on stage. I didn't even realize that he made a mistake. Of course, I was backstage and I didn't really hear it from the boxes. But I think like you made that very good.
Nice one. Great words from great people. I love you guys. Thank you for the feedback. One quick thing for everyone on the stream. We've got just over 300 people watching. Thank you so much for being here with us. What we usually do in these streams is we set a target for you guys. So 350 likes. If we hit 350 likes in the stream, at the end of the stream, we will watch together one producer wildcard for GBB24 that you guys pick out, that you vote in the stream, that we can sit together and watch. So hit the like button, guys. Share it around with your friends. Get your friends coming and watching. Oh, I just saw it jump up quite high. Nice one. 350 likes, and we'll watch next to wildcard that you guys suggest at the end. But other than that, without further ado, let's jump into a new one. Shout out to Hideful for running the stream, by the way. He's always diligently here behind the scenes, working hard. Drop that video, Hideful. Oh, here we go. It's the controversial one.
Favorite one.
It's our way, we're not afraid, so we should run. It's our fate, no we should break, no we should run. Somebody told me about words they can't collide. We shouldn't wait, but I know we should fight. Keep going further, see what I can do. I'm on my way, you can't deny it. We should be falling. Look in my eyes, you call my name, you call my name. You call my name. Look in my life. Someday the things will be found that we keep haunting in the darkness when we drown. In all these souls, in all these souls, I lost my soul.
Yo, what a show. Ah, damn. If only it was all beatbox.
So
yeah.
you want to explain about the whole thing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those of the stream that don't know, so there is a pretty strict rule in the producer category. The idea is to be based around vocal sourcing. So you had two options. You can use vocal triggering, so you can trigger things with your voice, or you can sample your voice for the productions. The thing is, if you used more vocal triggering and less vocal sourcing, you were marked down for that, because the idea is to create live electronic music using vocal samples. And pretty much all of that, I think, was not vocally sourced. It was all vocally triggered. His singing was himself, and I think, I don't know, BEARDYMAN, you had a bit more of a chat with him. Do you know what was what? Maybe you can help break it down. Do you know what was vocally sourced and what was vocally triggered?
I think as far as we could tell, what he was doing was it Ableton, I think?
Yep.
And he was using operator for the drums, which is like not okay, because there's no beatbox anywhere in that. That's just like an FM synth doing drums. And then you have he was opening up the drum channel by going like that, and that meant that there was a gate which would open it up. So technically that's him having triggered the drum channel to open so you can hear it, but then there's patterns playing in it. So it's basically just a pre-recorded set, essentially. No. But there were...
I didn't even realize it was like that.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. And there were like... he was using Vital as well, which is an amazing synthesizer.
I like that.
One thing it is not is the human voice. No. So like, it sort of, to me, doesn't matter that it was really a powerful and well-made piece of music, because it is a great, like this like Odyssey where he's like bearing his soul, and it's a gorgeous piece of music, but like you shouldn't be allowed to do what he did, and we didn't realize until the last minute that was what he was doing. And he was doing some cool stuff where he was he did sample his voice and then he was playing it back, but it's just, you've just got to wonder why that is in a sort of quote unquote beatbox, human voice competition thing.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's important to clarify for people that don't really fully understand what we mean by vocal triggering and vocal sourcing, because it can be quite technical terms, especially like we are in this, we're producers, we understand it by now. But I think to just break it down very, simply, vocal triggering means you use your voice to make a sound appear that's not your voice. Whereas vocal sourcing is changing your voice to make it sound different. So
or just sourcing your voice as the source of the sound in any way.
Right. So the original sound, it's whether the original sound, if you took away everything, is your voice or not your voice.
Yeah. Basically, that was it. Yeah, and I didn't even realize that thing with the drum. I knew that he was using operator, but I thought somehow he was triggering operator, kind of like like with what's that software that you can use your
Voclear?
Voclear
Doubler? No,
yeah,
he wasn't doing that.
I thought he was kind of using a Voclear style thing where he was triggering. Oh wow!
No, it was patterns. It was just the whole thing. The whole thing was pre-planned and written and pre-mixed and mastered. And what he was actually doing that was beatbox was minimal. And actually, when he did start beatboxing, he was doing this kind of like fairly half decent vocal scratching thing that wasn't that great, and it was out of time. So like the actual beatboxing that was being done there wasn't brilliant. And he was playing back his voice, which is cool. But he wasn't actually doing much with those other than kind of playing them back, and there wasn't much sort of effects on them to make it particularly interesting. So in terms of like from like a live looping, live production, beatbox obsessive's point of view, my point of view, it's just the parts that were non-beatbox were lovely, but they shouldn't count, and the parts that were beatbox were a bit meh. But all in all, like the overall aesthetic experience of it is that this magnificent like magnum opus, but like in terms of like how much it belongs in a competition where it's human voice centric, I would argue that's highly controversial.
Yes. I also do want to take a bit of responsibility for this, because I helped kind of write the rules and the judging criteria for this, but it was the first time doing this category, and we kind of open a can of worms here, not knowing what we're getting into, and I underestimated a lot of what would happen and how difficult it would be to define the parameters of this. So it was a learning experience. So I don't want to put all the blame, like I don't want anyone to put any hate on Antrix or anything to trying to find loopholes, because he was trying to do the best show he could do within, and he did it within the parameters of what we kind of defined. But we didn't understand what those definitions would allow underneath the umbrella of that, so of how specific we need to get, which is what we've been doing now, where we've kind of doubled down now on the voice sourcing versus voice triggering. Also setting the example, I think, as well. You guys did a great job of judging him the way you did, because everyone was... you said, someone in the comments says you can't take the blame for everything. There's a hashtag blame SINJO, so I gotta just roll with it, bro. It's my place in life, I guess. But yeah, he found a way to do what he could do under the, I guess, loose definitions of what we'd created. We weren't specific enough, maybe, but I don't know how much he was doing where he thought. I mean, I talked with him and he was like, yeah, he knew that what he was doing was going to get marked down. And I guess either he just wanted to do that show the way it was, or he was hoping that the music would outstrip the negative marks of what he was doing. But I wasn't even aware until just now that he was just opening a drum channel with his voice, because that to me is just like, come on, dude, you're taking the piss with that.
Yeah, it feels like a sort of flagrant act of opportunism to try and leverage the visibility that he would get to showcase his music, which is a kind of a scathing comment to make. But like,
I can't blame him for it though.
But this is a very talented, like 17-year-old kid who
he's amazing.
Saw a platform, and so like. I don't know. I can't, like, and also this is such like a tiny issue when there's like wars in the world. Like this is, oh no, someone used Ableton to do it. But like, you know, this is not the problem in the world. But if we're being specific about what should be in a beatbox championship, I don't know if Vital and Operator, being non-vocal things, doing patterns which are only opened by like going. Be in it.
But he has made a point now. He came and did a loop station wildcard, all vocal, and it's amazing. He killed it. So I think he's come back with a vengeance to be like, yo, I'll prove you guys I can do this as well. So
he's very talented. He's very talented.
He's amazing.
I just want to say, with that, I'm going to have to bolt. But I love that I've been present. I know, I'm sorry, but I love that I've been able to be present at least to like contrast these two opposing sides of this spectrum in this, and I would love to have people in this community comment and discuss and debate about what on earth this category should be and represent and promote.
I agree. And man, it's such a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for taking us time out of your busy schedule to be here with us, man. Really, it means a lot.
Great to be here. Love you all.
Yes. Take care of yourself, mate, and good luck with everything. Hopefully I can have you back again soon, yeah? I'll keep in touch, yeah?
Nice one, let's go.
Safe. Peace, bro. Oh, finally, I couldn't wait. It's talking about this geek nerdy stuff. Jesus. No. I'm kidding.
Now we can start talking. Now we can...
Now the cool people. No, I'm kidding. I love Beardy Man. I could talk with that dude. We've had business calls that was supposed to be like a 30-minute call and went on for 4 hours talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, business calls.
Just organizing these kind of things. Like we had discussions talking about the rules for producer category a year or two ago leading up to it. And it was like, it's a tough one. And I don't know how many people have talked about this before, but like I wouldn't have the career without him. Like not him specifically. The reason beatboxing took off for me is that when I heard 2007 Kitchen Diaries from Beardy Man. That was the first time I thought I thought beatboxing was cool. Before that, I thought it was just a gimmick, and I was beatboxing since '99. And then I heard him on YouTube, and I was like, "You can do bass lines." And he was I'm like, "No way! That changes everything." And then for my like university final thesis, I was doing a thing of taking his idea of making electronic music production with vocals, and I pushed it to the limit and basically made a track that was just pure electronic music, but only from vocal samples. And then 2 weeks before I handed my final dissertation in, he releases the Beardytron 5000 video, and it just destroyed all the work that I'd been doing. I'd spent 6 months making one tune in the studio, and he releases the software where he could do what I did basically, but live on the spot, improvised. And I was just like, I might as well just kill myself now, you know, like. But he's been a huge inspiration and like a big reason why I do what I do. So it's always a pleasure to have him on board. But when we talk, we go down these deep rabbit holes of nerdiness, as you guys can see. So yeah. Anyway, thanks BEARDYMAN for being here with us, and thanks everyone in the chat for bearing with us through those chats. Back to the real issue at hand. Antrix, what do you guys reckon? KBA, give us your feedback of Antrix as wildcard. Show elimination, whatever.
The one we just saw.
The one we just saw.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so when I heard this the first time, I was like, this is so unbelievably clean. Like, I couldn't believe what I was, because I'm also running now like a digital audio workstation setup. Yeah. And I heard it and I was like, there's what? Like, I was ready to quit, you know. and then I heard, oh, he's using Vital, and I was like, oh, okay, good. I'm not terrible. I'm not bad.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Vital it's free, I think, plugin. It's on the same power level as Serum, though. Like some of the best producers, especially like a lot of drum and bass producers use them, like top tier drum and bass producers. Yep. It's a super powerful synth, so you can create these epic sounds with it, and as you can hear in it. So that when I heard Vital, I was like, oh, dude, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if going away from the whole like what is allowed and what is not allowed.
Yeah,
I think
of
it's
course.
such a boring discussion when such cool music's being made.
That's the thing. That's the frustrating thing. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm just dumping on Antrix right now this whole time, but I'm not, because that show was so amazing. So it takes away from how good the music is.
Yeah, I would say if I go from like a musical perspective, I think I loved everything. My only part that I wanted more of was the drum and bass part, because that's what I like. That's it.
That's the musical taste.
Yeah, like I think there was only like 2.5 minutes of drum and bass. I would love to see how he evolved that personally, but that's I mean, he killed it.
Yeah. I was so blown away by it, and then later, I mean, I didn't even realize how much of it was pre-programmed until we just had these conversations now. But and it was difficult, I think, as well for people in the stream to or live watching it, who were like, why did that get last? Like, this was the best show of the whole thing, and then getting into explaining it. So that opened up another aspect where we have to kind of restrict that being a possibility. Like, we have to allow, like, if people are going to go into doing the show, there has to be some kind of vetting beforehand to make sure what they are doing is at least.
But we went through that. Like
we did. That's what was so weird about it. But I guess not good enough. We didn't do it well enough.
Yeah, and it also brings up an interesting point for me. Now I'm gonna yap like I'm BEARDYMAN. I apologize, but it opens up the possibility. Like, if this is what the beatboxing crowd enjoys, then why are we not catering towards this? Do you follow me? Like, that's an internal question I had. Is like, if this is what people really like, then why aren't we doing that?
But that's not what the competition is. It's a beatbox competition. Right. So then we will book that to go to a festival, and festivals should be booking Antrix to perform there, and then then their fans should go to see him there. There's like that. I think the argument's not. Of course, they're going to enjoy it, because we all enjoy a lot of good music, and it's even better when you hear such incredible electronic music being made by a favorite beatbox artist as well. It's like combining both of the worlds. It's just putting it on the stage of a world-class competition that's based around comparing vocal productions is why it's out of place. And that's the issue, I think, in this scenario. But yeah, other than that, how are you guys feeling about Antrix's show? FRIIDON.
For me, actually, as I stated when we started the video, it was my favorite show. Like, when I heard it at the sound check, I didn't know what I have to expect from Antrix, but the thing that like happens a lot lately is like he really gets like overlooked, sorts of like underestimated a little bit. And I think every time this kid comes on stage, he fucking rips it apart. And not only like on a technical level, not only on a pure drop-wise level. There are a lot of guys that just do drops, and the beatboxing scene is so common to do drops. But Antrix, for me, has a special place in my heart because his tracks are so highly emotional. Like I can feel so much emotions coming through me when I listen to his set. And don't get me wrong, each and every set had its own emotions, but I'm like a sucker for melancholic emotional stuff, and like for me it really was the best, and I couldn't believe the mix. After I heard like what he did, like I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't really care because like the music I witnessed when standing in front of the fucking stage was incredible. And I think for me, Antrix has a really bright future ahead of him when it comes to producing. That dude is 18 years old right now. What's he gonna be like in 5 years? And he will adjust to the rules.
He'll be 23.
I hate you.
Quick maths.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like for me. Like I'm a little bit of a fanboy for his stuff, especially because like he has so much variety in his sets. I know it's not for everyone. Like I know, Casper, you don't really like the fact that it's like so all over the place. We talked about it.
Yeah,
right?
me personally, I prefer like a more fluid set, but that's me.
Yeah, but for me, like I'm a guy that is like amazed on like variety, and he had what was it, like 5 different genres, five different genres with like
3.
transitions that were so clean.
Yeah,
Like
the transitions were excellent.
Yeah, the way he introduced these different parts of the song was on such a high level that I was just constantly amazed. And also kind of sad. I was shocked when I heard about like the placement. SINJO, you remember me coming to you when the announcement was made? I was a little bit, yeah, what?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. Did I explain it to you why at the time?
Yeah, I think on the second day you did. On the second day
Okay.
you did.
Yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things, man. But
That's
before
like
we
the
get
thing.
yeah.
If I can say one more thing, I think the producer category itself shows that the music coming from beatbox artists is so freaking ready for festivals.
Yes, 100%. It's such an unutilized area, and I'm not sure. I've been debating this. I think there's a couple of reasons for why this isn't more prevalent, and I think a lot of it is to do with the artists themselves focusing too much on the beatbox bubble and not going out and getting a manager or even hitting up these festivals, putting together a press kit. Guys, a press kit. This is something that annoys the hell out of me because the videos that you guys have from these events, like GBB, one of these videos will get you, like I think SYJO said he got one booking from that video with MB14 versus SYJO.
Yeah.
That was, I'm not going to say numbers because it's private, but it was a lot of money for a festival headline set. And he leveraged it because of that video. And no one's doing, or not enough people are doing this. Like, this platform is designed to promote, the idea of Swissbeatbox is to promote this art form to the world. But then we can only do so much. The rest is up to you guys to leverage this exposure and go out and get bookings, because the money is not in music, is not anymore in making music. You don't make money from selling music. You might from, like, some people make this in between living from, you know, YouTube revenue, which is really bad these days. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to it, but it is for us anyway. Some people are doing well in America, I guess, depending on what your niche is. But then also doing like Patreon, live stream donations, lessons and stuff. But where the real money is in music is first off, sync licensing. So licensing your music for TV and film, which no one is doing in beatboxing, I think. And it's very easy. You just go to these sync licensing websites, register yourself, and you put your music there. And then TV and television and even social media things will hit you up and you'll get automatic royalties from it. And from doing shows. This is where the future of music is now, especially with AI music becoming a thing now more and more. Yeah, I was always like, oh, that's never going to happen. But I'm listening to some of the stuff that's happening right now. And you'll be able to very soon go to like, hey, Alexa, play me a stream of music in this style with these topics. I had a bad day. This guy at work was annoying me. His name's blah, blah, blah. They'll make up a song in the style of rock with lyrics taking the piss out of this guy at work on the spot, making playlists. So
spoken by Morgan Freeman.
Sung by Morgan Freeman. So like the future of music is going to be performancing. Like the performance is where you're going to make most of your money from. And these guys, like all of you guys, have such amazing music to perform on big stages. Like take these videos, put it in a press kit, send it out to all the festival bookers, all the agents, send it to a bunch of agency companies so that you can get representation. Like really leverage this stuff so you can get a real career out of this stuff. And I mean, if just for that reason, if Antrix leverages this, he'll get huge bookings for this, saying, hey, it wasn't beatbox, but the festival is not going to give a shit. What they will care is I made this live. I performed this live on stage. They'll be like, what the hell? This is better than some DJs who do pre-mastered tracks, you know? So get on this stuff, please. Kaos, I wanted to get in with you. Add your thoughts to this conversation, please. I see you holding the mic ready to go.
Yeah, I think the piece is like amazing. I think it's just well structured. It was really good live. It sounded really good. And I think he got, it was judged too harsh, in my opinion, because, you know, that vocal sourcing and vocal triggering thing is, for me, nonsense. For me, if I see it on a logical way, it's like I'm cooking with an induction heater and someone is getting into my kitchen. Oh my God, it's not a burning piece of wood that's creating the heat. That's not real cooking. That's like what is in my head. Like, we evolved. And also, when you say, okay, this is a beatbox competition, it has to be beatbox. I know it seems kind of logical, but then on the other side, I'm thinking like, okay, why is a German restaurant selling spaghetti? So that's like, for me, why does it matter?
Yeah, but you're removing the context. So like, it would be like if you came in and there is a cooking competition where you have to cook on gas and then someone's using induction heater and he's like, what's the problem with this? It's like, well, that's specifically the problem, is that this is a competition for gas stoves only and you're using induction. So you're breaking the fundamental rule of it, you know?
You basically bring a gun to a sword fight.
What's everyone's favorite cuisine?
What?
Italian, Vietnamese, Japanese.
Oh, Vietnamese is crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
What is cuisine?
Cuisine. It's the fancy word for food.
Yeah, my voice too.
Wow.
Yeah, basically.
Mr. Anderson at it again.
What Matrix? What the? Jesus, this stream is derailing quickly. I knew it would. You guys called it at the start. No, I get what you're saying, Kaos. I do understand your point of view, but we have to bring it back to the context of this is GBB. It's a beatbox competition.
But then call it beatbox producer. And not producer.
We do. It's the Grand Beatbox Battle.
It's the Grand, exactly.
Grand Beatbox battle with the producer category.
I don't want to call it Grand Beatbox Battle, Beatbox Producer, Beatbox. It's got to be Beatbox category.
The Grand Beatbox Battle. Use your voice category.
The Grand Beatbox vocally sourced producer battle.
Yes, that's what it is.
Do you know how lame that sounds, bro? You gotta think about marketing value. You know.
Oh my God. Could you imagine Kaos working in the marketing department?
I would go there.
Swissbeatbox would die in 3 days.
Do you know how long the word the name of each song is going to be on Spotify to have to put that in there? Like, Jesus Christ. We've got to think about...
Chaos, just say that you just are bored of doing sound design on a Helix. I know it's exhausting.
It's okay. SYJO is also like voice triggered as me.
He's voice triggered. That's the new triggering, right? I'm so voice triggered right now.
Yeah, Kaos is vocally triggered right now.
All right. No, I totally understand what you're saying, man. But like one day maybe it can be. But then why are we doing a competition? Then that's the other that's the other point.
Why are we not doing a festival? That is the real question.
Yeah.
By the way, Circle Jam is happening in July, so get your tickets now.
Definitely, yeah. We'll get around to the plugs at the end for sure. But you guys have to come to the I was going to say Vocal Masters.
Circle Jam Festival.
Loop Mayhem.
And that as well, yeah. But come also to Circle Jam.
Is it happening? I thought it was cancelled.
They have some problems selling tickets right now, so buy some tickets.
Buy tickets.
I thought it wasn't happening. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about that at the end. In the meantime, we have another video to go through. I saw Beatbox Hungary coming in going like, oh no, I came at the end. Like, bro, you're just at the start. Like, we've had 2 videos.
We're going to be here until tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got 4 more videos to go.
I'm going to be here for 15 minutes, so let's start.
Let's do one more video.
We can skip the next one.
Hideful, let's jump into it.
Bad.
No, I want to hear your fucking screams.
In 3, 4, KBA.
BEATBOX! Yeah, can we skip?
Yeah.
Initializing human heartbeat.
I remember how terrible this was. Yeah, we can skip it. It's fine. I'm kidding.
Integrating speakers.
Maximizing atmosphere.
Calibrating glitches. Creating basslines.
Proceeding with the algorithm.
Yo, Japan! Are you guys ready to hear the max potential of the producer category? Let me see you clap! Let's clap! Let's clap! Okay! Algorithm. Algorithm. could do it like this. They wish they could do it like. Let's go! Ritual. It's time for the cleansing. Japan, let me see every single hand in the air. Make some noise. Are you guys ready? Okay, Japan, for this next one, I want to hear you make as much noise as possible. You ready? Switch it up. Okay, this one. Shout out to the one Danish person in the audience. This one's for you. Let's do it one more time. Japan, make some noise. All right, I'm out of here.
Are you really out of here though? Or are you just going to stand on stage and...
I left pretty quickly, to be fair. some people were like, oh, I'm gonna walk to the front of the stage while Scott Jackson's here.
That's also like the moment you're finished with your set and it's like all over. It's like okay, when do we have to leave? Is this the time to leave? Okay, I'm gonna just
yeah, like my plan was just like leave immediately after, and then I saw people like kind of liked it, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should stay for a bit.
You just lay down.
Yeah, they only kind of liked it, man. It was pretty mid. Pretty
average. Pretty average.
Dude, it was sick, man. It was really good. I want to ask you, like, I know a lot of it pre-programmed, but how much was actually voice sourced?
Oh, all of it.
All of it's voice sourced?
Yeah. Everything I've done since GBB and forward has all been vocally sourced.
So how did you, because you're standing back from it a lot, so I guess a lot of it's pre-programmed, how did you input the sounds for it?
It all happens in the beginning. Essentially, you can do a bunch of things with like MIDI controls and stuff to make sure that as long as you input things at the correct times, you sample things, and you have modulations and send channels doing the right things at the right time, and you don't mess that part up, then you're good.
So, like, for example, the drums.
Yeah.
Like, are you just going and it then puts it in and then triggers it with MIDI?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's got like, you've got a pre-set up processing chain for all of the inputs?
Yeah. So there's like in the first, I want to say like minute, and then a little bit in like between minute 3 and 4, I have to do a bunch of like, I have to computer, and then once I've computered, then we're chilling. But there's a bunch of things where it's like, especially the first 30 seconds of the performance, like really stressful to make sure that I've done everything correctly.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, but then there's that factor. I guess that this is the other area where we're talking about how much you're doing live and how much you're doing. I saw you shaking your head when we were talking about those criteria that Tio Neb was suggesting, like how much of it's live performed and how much of it is pre-programmed. I do believe in that aspect as well, to be honest, because it is a live performance. You're stepping on the boundaries of pre-production, because if you do so much pre-production and all you have to do is go and then that's it, it just takes those and then puts it through a pre-programmed algorithm, you know.
How like much how likely it is for your setup. I asked you when you showed it to me in your hotel room. I asked you, like, how easy for you is it to like make mistakes?
And I would say it is very easy for me to make mistakes in the first minute. And from that point on, if I've not made mistakes after the first minute, I'm good. Yeah. But even then, there were still things that somehow managed to go, like, there was things that turned on when I didn't ask them to turn on and stuff, and that really annoyed me.
Wasn't there also like a hiccup with like one kick like in the middle of the set?
That's placed there on purpose.
Okay.
It's meant because it's like swingy. Woo.
It's distraction. It's hypnosis. It's a mistake. Oh.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
I saw someone never said not never. Christian said clearly SINJO has not seen Inky's analyzing video to understand the process. I don't watch beatboxing, bro. I only watch beatboxing on here. I guess Inky broke the whole thing down then on the analysis video.
Yeah, we did like a chat on his channel where we just spoke about the process. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal everything because I, still want to keep the things I've made to a degree secret.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think most producers should do that if you've figured out a way to kind of create your own sound. You don't want to give those secrets away. Kaos, are you just pissing yourself laughing right now? I want to know. Like, bring me into the inside.
I just kind of forgot we're live and
Did you just go and take a shit in the background?
Yeah, didn't you notice that he's sitting in the bathroom?
No. I was about to
that was my
say
favorite part of
something.
Japan.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you caught yourself, bro. Thanks for that. You didn't do a Swissbeatbox. We have to take the stream down immediately. No, I really enjoyed it. I mean, that first drop, man, is some solid drum bass. I really was into that. I did want to say one thing is I know you were cringing a lot to your own singing. You're making it hard on yourself. You should never bend over while singing. It pushes all of the muscles of the larynx forward. You can't control the vocal cords at all. Like, it's really difficult to hit the right notes when you're bending over. Like doing a note here, I'm not going to try because I can't sing for shit. But if you bend over and then bend back, like next time when you're doing these hard notes, don't bend. I know you were performing and making it that way, but if you're going to belt like that, instead of bending forward, bend backwards. That'll be easier. It'll be like the gravity on your throat will be
I mean, there's definitely
softer
things there that now, looking in hindsight, I would obviously change. but that's also part of the learning experience, right? Is we're not still not, even though we're performing here, we're not the finished product. And I think that's something people also need to take into consideration, is like we all still make mistakes, because the degree to which we do is actually really difficult. There's not many people that have to multitask, you know, producing, beatboxing, singing, performing to the extent that we do. And yeah, so like
it's really, really hard to press the spacebar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it requires brain.
Yeah.
FRIIDON, I'd recommend you getting some.
Yep.
Apple Pen is getting mad.
Tell us more about the Apple Pen Chaos. Give me a raw brain.
Yeah, just
my wild card.
Just watch his wild card at the end on the stream, and you'll understand.
Pen on crack.
Dude, I love that wild card. I already messaged you about it. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite ever. It's just like, this is what we need. We need beef. We need some real action going on. Diss tracks. This is the new wild card.
But what does Apple Pen actually mean? I
was wondering that myself.
Is it a reference to pineapple, apple pen?
No, it isn't. But like, you know, KBA performed like someone who's on crack, and like I just want like what could be on that drug, and I was like an Apple Pen on that drug seems like a funny thing, so I just wrote it down.
Okay.
That's the whole story behind it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was
Lyrical
just
mastery.
it was in my imagination, like an Apple Pen just doing crack and then dancing on stage. Like that's how I imagine KBA.
Yeah.
I love how like this is the perfect example where you can't explain memes. They just either you're there and you get the meme or it's over. You're like, okay, real funny guys. Yeah, great. That's a cool story, bro. I appreciate the insight.
Regarding the performance of the so-called Apple Pen, I really have to say I freaking loved your performance. Like, especially like in the first part when you put in the sounds, like you had like this atmosphere going off you, like this intimidating atmosphere, and as well as your screams when you did like the pedal thing and stuff. I really enjoy watching this because it looks like you have so much fun on there, and that's the thing where I'm really, really jealous about, that you have like so much space to perform. You can leave like the desk and stuff like that, and I need to press shit buttons, and I can't even do that.
Yeah, and that's also something I debate about myself, is like because there is this like pressing more buttons is debatably, arguably more impressive, right? Like doing more things live is more impressive. But also, it leaves you less option to interact with the crowd. So it's kind of like this, what do you actually do? Because both are good for performance. So like, how do you find that middle ground? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you went full, like, I'm not going to do anything this time. I'm just going to sing.
And I enjoyed it.
I think if you find the middle ground, it'd be perfect balance. Like, you know, I think we talked about this last time, and I think you were talking about doing that anyway. So I'm interested to see what's coming.
I've even pressed a whole 24 buttons more in my wildcard than I did in the GBB.
And we didn't even see that.
You came second? Did you come second at producer category?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time. Are you qualified then, or is it only first place who's qualified?
Only first place.
No.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I know that we was So you've done a wild card. Cool. Yep. Well, I guess we're going to be watching that at some point soon. I have seen it.
Very forgettable. Yep.
Oh, that's right. No, I did. I remember seeing it. Yes. Sorry, we've just watched so many on the streams. I'm just going to go, first off, a big shout out to Shauna for giving us a donation. Thank you so much. And I do like her little message that you should like the stream, because we are only 40 likes away from hitting our 350 target. I should have set the target way higher. I'm used to having less people on the stream, and it's actually a really nice turnout this time. So, we've smashed the target, which means once we get to 350, we will take your votes to see. This time, I want only producer category wildcard voting, guys. We're only going to be accepting a vote for a producer category wildcard that we will watch together with these lovely people in the stream. FRIIDON, I know you're looking at your watch right now. Is it that time?
It's that time of the year.
No, you're gonna leave me alone with these two.
It's Christmas.
guys.
Yes, I know.
That's so good. We were excited for the moment for us to be alone. We were just waiting for you to leave. To be honest,
I know.
You now have broccoli and apple pen just for yourself.
Yeah.
Where's the broccoli coming from? I saw someone else put it in the stream.
It's his hair. It looks like broccoli. He's got broccoli hair.
All right, cool. I'm up to date then. That's great. Good to know. I gotta keep my finger on the pulse, my thumb on the pulse. Can't slip behind these Gen Zs, man. Can't let it happen.
I still like kebab more, to be honest. Than
Kebab?
No.
Yeah, kebab was a name I used to have as well, because KBA kebab.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Is it chicken? Is it chicken kebab or is it like real doner?
Nah, real doner, shawarma only.
Shawarma is chicken, bro.
No, it's not. Not always.
Shawarma?
Not always. Actually, I'm not gonna fight with SINJO on food. That's a losing battle.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a risky round
I guess
to
it
say.
depends. I might be wrong on this one as well, but all the shawarma I know is chicken. But like, maybe I'm scared.
I'll
I
call
don't wanna
Galaxy right now.
I don't want to be culturally cancelled.
Guys, anyway, I have to
call
leave right
Galaxy,
now. It
he's
was
Turkish.
so much fun, and I wish you guys the best and lots of fun. And to all the people in the chat, my mom says hi.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us, Fredon. Guys, Lube Mayhem is on the 28th and 29th of June in Kassel. Fredon's running it. We'll all be. I'm going to be there as well doing sound and a DJ set, so it's going to be good times. Make sure you come through. If you go to the description, if you're in Germany or you can make it to Germany, go to the description of the stream. The link to the tickets is in the description below, so you can go get tickets there. I think they're selling pretty quick at the moment, so
Yeah,
get
we're
them
like
soon.
half sold out already.
Yep. And there's still a few months to go, so get in there quick, guys, before they sell out. Otherwise, Fredon, have a good trip to the little Florida beatbox battle to Agen. I missed that place. I remember last time when we were leaving there. That was a good
Best
times.
Memories.
What memories? I don't remember anything. It's a great battle. I wish I was there. So I'm sending my love to you guys. So have a good trip, and I guess Kaos will be seeing you later.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
in the bar.
Bye, Fredon.
God.
Great. Just blow my headphones before you leave. Thanks for that, Bara.
Okay, I'm going to call my friend Galaxy. He's Turkish. Well, he's Danish, but he's Turkish.
Are you really
I know
gonna fight about
Galaxy.
the fucking the
Yeah, I'm
Shawarma.
gonna
Dude, you
find out
know
right now.
I'm gonna just make this really easy.
Hey, bro. What's up? Vi lige på stream.
Lamb, mutton, veal, beef, chicken. It can be any meat. Okay, it can be.
He doesn't hear you.
Af kylling, men det er da ikke rigtigt, vel?
It's any meat. I thought it was.
KBA, I'm speaking Danish.
Så
Wow.
ved det. Godt, super. Det var alt, jeg har brug for. Tak, homie. Vi ses.
Vi says. Vi
Yeah, you're
says.
wrong.
It can be any meat.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wrong. I was right, and so are you. It can be any meat. It can be lamb, mutton, veal, beef, chicken, or turkey. Just no pork because it's not halal.
Yeah.
My bad. It's just that all the shawarma places around me in Berlin all sell it with chicken, so I thought it was only chicken. But I was making a big assumption there, guys.
Germans are only eating chicken.
So chicken. Okay, guys, back on focus. Let's do this thing. We've got 3 people left. Let's see how long. By the end, it'll be just me sitting here going on by myself. Oh, we've also got 3 videos left to go, right? So next video up, I can't remember. I'm going to make a guess. No, it's not going to be Frosty because he's last, I think. It's going to be...
Broccoli.
Kaos. Yeah, I think it's Kaos.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Hi,
Can't wait to hear the kicks.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the singing.
Tish.
Same time, people still starving on the floor. How do we treat our kind? What's going on inside our mind? On inside our mind. We're weak, I've lost all hopeness for the dumb humanity. Our time is passing, they're passing like a laser beam. Like a laser beam. Bro. Bro.
Well,
Bro. That's how you do it, KBA, just so you can paying attention here. That's how you perform live, where you press buttons and make drum bass, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next time I will mistime my drums.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a point on this one. So those wouldn't have been out of time. It would have been syncopation if the hi-hats hadn't been on point. So because the hi-hats and the percussions were on the grid, it made the kicks and snares sound off. But like the is a very common syncopation on the kicks and the snares. It's just that you have to match the percussion to that syncopation or it sounds completely off. Like if you go back and you remove all the percussion from that and just play the kick and the snare, it sounds okay. It sounds like a really shuffled drum and bass beat.
Yeah.
But
I think also, like, now that me and Kaos both know this song very well, like, we know what it's meant to sound like. So it's definitely worse for us listening to this.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last wild card, puts this one to shame now because you just like leveled the game up. So
the song is gonna release on a good take, and then it's gonna be amazing.
And the audio is gonna be really good on that one, right?
Yes.
who's doing it?
It's done.
It's the pen.
The Apple Pen has done it.
Okay, the Apple Pen has done it. Oh yeah, you trying to step on my game here, bruv? Trying to get in my zone.
Well, I mean, or taking over, buddy.
Sure you are. Good luck with that. I'll see you in 10 years.
The off-time drums, I didn't even realize that on stage. If I realized that, I would have re-recorded it. But with the like sort of delay, the stage shakes, and what you hear on your headphones, I was like, oh, okay, it's on time. It was like, yeah, anyway, I move on. So with the drums, I actually didn't. In the drop, I kind of realized it, but I was like, okay, whatever. But, well, the singing, oh, well, what happened there? So
well, listen, we both messed up. We both did 8 minutes of drum and bass and messed up the singing. It's perfect.
So what happened? My auto-tune pedal. Wait, maybe I can show it. Here, this is the key knob on which I changed the key of the auto-tune, and the bass on stage shaked it so hard it went from D to F.
Oh no!
And I sang into it. I made the oh nah, and it was completely off, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh
Please,
no!
Someone help me! I'm looking at my auto-tune pedal. I was like, why is this key set up? And before the performance, SYJO messed with my auto-tune pedal, like on a joke, turned the key. No, on a joke, turned the key, and at that moment I was like, this motherfucker changed my key again. But he didn't. It was the bass on stage, and I turned it back. Then I sang, and was kind of because I got nervous and my voice started shaking. And then I made the drop. I started to sing again, and it switched again. And then I panicked so hard, instead of switching the key back, I turned the auto-tune completely off.
Oh no.
And then things got horribly wrong. I was standing there, I was like, oh my god, so many months of preparation, and now this happens. And then on my last drop, I also clicked the wrong presets in the wrong order, and like you can see it when I finished my set. I was like, I know.
The thing is, no one knows except you. You're the only one that I know, and everyone's like, oh my god, that was amazing.
But also what the Japanese crowd was also, I wasn't used to it to see like that calm crowd on that day. I think on day one they were relatively calm, and I made my drop and was like, oh my god, this is banging. I look up, no one is moving. Like, I see a little some hands in the air, and everyone's just looking. And I was like, oh my god, I'm looking up, I'm performing on. Okay, well, it's bad. Okay, I'm looking back down. Okay, anyway.
I got to say, like, Japan's a bit better than the other Asian countries I've traveled to. They have a bit more, I think, Western culture influence, so they rave out a bit more. But like, I experienced this in China when I was DJing at the after party for the Chinese beatbox champs quite a few years ago, and I was playing like a tear out Neurofunk drum and bass set. And like, the room was packed wall to wall, like squeezed in. There's faces glued right up to where I'm DJing, and I look up and everyone's just standing there waiting. No one's moving. Everyone's got their cameras out filming and just looking. And I'm like, I've never played a DJ set like that in my life. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, and then I dropped the drop, and everyone goes mental for like 20 seconds. Or maybe it feels like 20 seconds, but it's like, 10 seconds maybe for the drop part, losing their minds. Like, no one's dancing, they're just losing their minds. Mm-hmm. And then when the drop's like going into the next bar, the next phrase, then they just kind of stand still. They're like, all right, when's the next drop? And just wait. And as a DJ, as a performer as well, but with the performance, I think you have at least making the music to distract you a little bit. Whereas a DJ, like so much of the energy that you get is from the crowd feedback, and it was the most awkward DJ set I ever played. So I understand a little bit what you're saying, but I think the Japanese crew are a bit more in touch with the raving section. I think it was maybe also the overwhelming sensation of like, wait, what is this? Is this beatboxing? Like that's also this was a new.
It was better than when they got used to it.
Yeah, they needed to warm up for sure. I think.
Yeah,
and like
I would
after
also
KBA, I'm back to back going after KBA with more drum and bass. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, it's a bit brutal because there was just like there's the producer category, and then there's like a 20-minute drum and bass intensity intermission.
I didn't even think about that.
Two
Yeah,
absolute brain blasted D&B lovers just going back to back. That's
that
well,
hilarious.
Loop Mayhem for everyone that wants to see
if you want to see a 1-hour intermission of brain blasted drum and bass lovers, come to Loop Mayhem.
Yes, let's do it. I'm going to be there. It's going to be fun. I'm also going to play a DJ set of drum and bass. So yeah, it's going to be an overload of drum and bass.
I would actually say what I really like about this set is I would say, like, of course, both me and Kaos did drum and bass, and it was 2 in a row. So like I can understand if you're not into that kind of stuff, maybe is not so interesting. But I think there's like a very big difference in between stylistically how it sounded. Like this reminds me quite a bit of like the Pythias Neon Light Prolix.
Yeah, that's exactly the ones I listen to the most.
Pythias, by the way.
Yeah, Pythias. Yeah, sorry.
Pythias.
This is an area that I like. Everyone's talking about. Oh, I don't know the references in the beatbox scene, but if you talk about drum and bass, here we go.
Yeah,
yeah. I think it's going to be a good time in Kassel. In the middle of nowhere in Germany. I want to say a shout out to everyone on the stream. We've reached 363 likes. We've hit the target way ahead of schedule. I think I set the bar way too low today. It should have been 400.
It's because we're just that charismatic.
Oh yeah, totally. It's all up to you guys. Nothing to do with me. I should just leave, right? I'll see you guys later.
I mean, you're there. You're here all the time. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's gone.
Hi. Hello, Swissbeatbox.
So also I want to say a shout out to Brunny who's in the chat, and I didn't know he doesn't know this unless he's just taking the piss, but he said 2 Germans and a Dane. Mate, I'm bloody Australian. Didn't you know that? I was born in Byron Bay in Australia.
No, I'm just German.
I've done really well at hiding my accent all these years. No, I grew up in New Zealand and I'm half German, so I kind of hide my Australianness quite a bit, unless he's just taking the piss and he knew that I was from Australia. But if not, blew your mind there, didn't I, mate? So we got an Australian, Scottish, Kiwi, German, with a German and a Dane. What a stream!
Yay.
Good times.
Yay!
A mutt and 2 purebreds. Oh god, here
demonetized.
we go.
Demonetized.
All right, guys. We've already nearly hit the 2-hour mark. We got 2 more videos to go.
Yes.
2 more videos to go. All right, let's get through this.
Well,
thank you, Hideful. I want to say a big
watch the producer wildcard.
A big shout out to. Oh, we do have a producer wildcard to get through.
We could just not do it.
No. I mean, do you guys want to? Are you guys up for it?
So actually, Osis is staying at my place, and I don't know when he's showing up.
Oh, I thought if he's already there, he should jump in. Yeah, Osis should jump in, man.
Oh yeah, calm. Yeah. I'll just let him know.
That would be sick. Shout out to Osis on getting first place in the wildcard competition. What a legend. What's he doing out there? Is he just visiting or
layover to go to France?
Ah, he's going to Florida as well, of course.
Yeah. And for some reason, the easiest flight or the cheapest was a layover here, and well, we're really good friends, so.
Oh, sick. That's perfect. Yeah, yes. Osis is safe, man. He's such a dude.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got. I want to say a big shout out as well to Hideful. Hideful, how you doing? Are you right for time yourself? You can speak in my ear if you want. You hold. Hideful says if Osis shows up, we're watching his wild card again. Wait, has he got a producer wild card? No, no, the solo one. It's funny because it's the only time Hideful ever jumped in with some opinion about like what influence on the stream. He's like, if I can ever have some influence, can we just watch Osis's wildcard one more time? We rewatched it, and it was definitely one of the sickest ones. And he ends up getting first place. So, man, Hideful's got that foresight, man. He knows. He's got his finger on the pulse, man.
Akmax made a producer wildcard actually.
Did he actually? Is it a piss take?
No, no, yeah, not a piss take.
It's a okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not involved in it at all.
No, zero, of course, totally. Just by your tone just now, I can tell you have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
all right, guys. All right, guys. The next wild card, I think it is SYJO, right? Frosty got first, so it's going to be SYJO coming through. I'm excited to see this. Shame he couldn't be here. Shout out to SYJO. Also, guys, we hit the 350 mark, so put your names in. Put your votes in now. Hideful will tally. No spamming, and only producer wildcards, please. So put your votes in for the wildcard you want us to watch, and we'll get to it at the end. In the meantime, Hideful, drop that video.
I
SYJO, you absolute beast. What a sick wild card. I mean, elimination. I mean, showcase. I mean, GBB.
What a nice
producer
routine.
category. What a nice routine.
Beatbox producer live production category.
Live production,
Yeah,
beatbox,
beatbox.
locally sourced category.
Beatbox. Lots of beatbox in the beatboxing beatbox. It was very beatbox.
SYJO looks different now, doesn't he?
Yeah. He looks a lot like Remix all of a sudden.
Like MH.
Like MH. Why? Oh my god! Ah,
Oh god.
Jesus, that took too long. Okay.
I always get MH and Mate confused. Also because MH's real name is Mate, which makes Mate, which is just really confusing. I saw Mate in the stream before. I wonder if he's still here. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. Well, I don't know if it's just you can tag him or if he's still here. He's just in the background. He's just hiding behind the chat. You little ghost. That was dope, man. What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of the dopeness of SYJO, who beat all of you?
I don't remember that. I actually don't. That didn't happen, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
I will say, okay, on a real. I'm gonna be serious for like the next 30 seconds. I think. Shut up. I think I really like this. I think that it's very nice that there was singing parts, but then there was also some parts with like a lot of like just really nice instrumental fills. It was like a really it felt really natural like the entire way through, and the transition from one track to another was pretty seamless. It was like a good breaking point and worked perfectly.
'Twas indeed. Very wise words.
Yeah, I think he was just the cleanest out of all of us. Like it was also like the perfect order for him. Like KBA, me, and then he just builds like the biggest contrast to us, which makes it even stand out more than it stands out on its own.
Seeding.
And he had like the
that's one thing we were talking about. Is like seeding matters.
It matters a lot.
Yeah, and I think actually like. When I look back, I think Kaos kind of got unluckied because, well, like FRIIDON really brings the energy. Antrix has like this like emotional atmospheric set. I bring the energy, so it's like there's like a nice contrast going on around. And then Kaos does something which, if you don't listen to a lot of drum and bass, is like really similar to what I did. And then SYJO kind of gets plus off time, and then SYJO comes in with like this super like atmospheric thing. So. Yeah, but I mean that doesn't take away from his performance at all. It just really worked.
Yeah, seeding is one of those things you can get a really unlucky seed, and I've seen it affect a lot of battles, a lot of the time. And you know, we do this thing where we do it in reverse. So if you seed first, you go last. Which I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but to me it seems that way because for the judges specifically, it's the last thing you hear. So it's something that it's going to imprint on them a bit more. So I think the advantage of if you get ranked first, that you get the advantage of going last. Also going first in a category like this can be difficult to gauge the room. So if you come in with something that people aren't ready for, it can sometimes be off. So it's just one of those things. But then again, I've seen people placed last that then got the best seeding somehow. Like, for example, when we do it with solo, it's like first versus eighth, second versus third, and we spread it out so that in the end, second and first come into the finals if you think that the higher ranked person always wins. But I've seen it where like the eighth person will take out the first person in the seed in the first one, and then the eighth person has the easiest run to the final all of a sudden.
I think there's like not really a fair way of doing it because of course your placement is also very dependent on you as a person, and Swissbeatbox, when it's a competition, cannot specifically pinpoint people to a position because that would be unfair, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of need like a numerical approach to do this.
That's why we have to do it that way, you know.
Yeah. And I was thinking in my head like I actually really liked being third because you are fresh in, because there's the idea of being fresh in the mind, which is absolutely true, but there's also no, I was third.
Oh yes, the reason Frosty was first was because of previous. Yeah.
But my seeding round was the third one in order, right? And I really liked that because it's because there's the freshness of mind, which is nice, but there's also the freshness of ears. Like the more you listen to music, the more tired your ears get.
Definitely.
And in that regard, I think I was in like this kind of perfect position where I could gauge what the crowd was like, and I was also not too far away where it's like gets the same for the ears.
Maybe for producer, we could flip it so that the first ranked first goes first. I don't know.
Or you could do it so that the person who has the highest rank gets to choose which place they want to perform in, and then the next person. So it's like an auction style.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean?
The logistics of that, man, having to... Do you know how long... Sometimes we wait a week to get a reply back from an artist on something like...
but I suppose it's the same way, like, you always choose the higher seed, like, if they want to go first or second in a battle, right? It's just that, but just a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because of the way that we do it with the production, like you have to line up all of the video feeds, the visuals, all of it has to be pre-programmed from the production team.
So you have to do it like early on, right? So
at
like
least a day before, at least.
Oh, I was gonna say like you take once you know the people who are competing.
Yeah.
You ask you just make a call and then you just decide it on that call.
Yeah. I think you'd have to do it that way. That's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll talk about that. I like that idea. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no worries.
That was fun. You guys got any other words for the one like SYJO while he's not here and we can talk shit about him?
Yeah, I think
trash.
I can't say that on video.
Oh well, thanks for that. So moving forward, we have got one more video left, I think, in the lineup. The one and only Frosty, Remix, coming up next in the video. You can see him. Oh, we can see him on screen. They can't. Hashtag blame SYJO. Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Blame
like
SYJO,
yeah. I think, in the meantime, looking at the few votes that have come through, I think we're going to be watching Slether's producer wildcard for the GBB. I didn't even know Slether did a producer one. I thought he was just doing loop. And I have a feeling, let's see, Slether, he's in the chat, I think, as well. Shout out to Slether. Stick around, bro, because we're going to react to your producer wildcard after this next video from Frosty. Hideful, do you want to drop that video? Ayo, Frosty!
Frosty! Wow!
Giggity, giggity, giggity gangster. Jeez.
That drop hit like going into a bin bag.
Yes.
Oh god, that morning, and what a day.
What a day.
Frosty, you machine. That was sick. Although I do agree, someone said in the chat, I prefer the original Fall. I do as well, to be honest.
Same. I think he should have recorded new drums for that, because the drums had still the bass line he recorded at the beginning together with the drums, and I think for Fall he should have done like the normal version.
Yeah, like because there's like a chord progression going on in the 808, right? And I think it's like better when the 808 is just like the in one tone.
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like he overloaded it with frequencies. Like there was too much going on.
There's a lot of like high mid type thing.
Like that. Yeah, in the original is that and that part was missing, and it was like my favorite part. Like, you know, the synth wobble on the top. Nailed it. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I like it. I think like the ideas in there are very good, but for me personally, I think it's like a lot of good ideas, but you need to kind of take some out to let the ideas shine.
Yep. Yeah. Less is more. Definitely. Definitely. Chaos. What about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like, I think it was just a bit too overloaded, you know, not too much from energy wise, because yeah, you know me, but like from how many sounds are playing at the same time, especially with that like 808 thing going on all the time on all the drops. I think it gets just a bit messy in the thing, but overall it was like really good.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's definitely like what I can tell is that it's like his ideas are out of this world. You know what I mean? Like some of the textures in there, I think if you let those like textures shine more, especially like those like wobbles that are like coming in here and there, like there's so many things that if the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, okay, I noticed this, I noticed this, I noticed this. But because there's so much happening, it's like I think if you're a first-time listener, right, and the judges are also going to be judging it essentially once, right? I know they can replay it backstage, but they're going to be judging it based on in the moment. And that's why it's like, especially for drops, I really like implementing there's just like one, like a call and response technique where it's just like one sound playing at a time type thing.
Yeah,
because it lets those sounds shine. It lets your really good parts become like so in your face.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. It was just maybe a bit too much overload. I do want to say as well, it sounded better in post-production than it did live. Something happened live. I don't know what was going on. We did sound check. It sounded great. And then when he did the live show, something had changed. And it sounded maybe too over-compressed or something. I don't really know what exactly happened. But, yeah.
There's also the element of, this is something I often try to at least pay attention to. It's really hard to control for, right? But like doing a sound check and doing it with a room full of people is like quite hard to...
totally different.
Yeah, exactly. It's because people will absorb a lot of frequencies just because their bodies are in the way, right?
The mix down will come through totally different in a filled room.
I think that was also with mine the case, because I remember you told me at the soundcheck that my mix was amazing and that you like only had to get down the lows a bit, but then on day one, like Tom Thumb said to me like my mix wasn't good, and on day two it was it was way better. But I don't know how that happened, because like my day 2 track is much worse mixed than my day 1 stuff.
Could also be my end. So like, especially with events like that, like the first day, I have to adjust with the crowd for the first time. So I'm doing a lot of stuff adjusting immediately for what's happening in the room. And the second day is always better because I've now had a full day of mixing in the room full. So I can adjust all the settings now for that room.
I would also say, Chaos, in your case, you don't have it nearly to the same degree of what we just watched, but it's like there's a lot of sounds happening, and it's really good for us to listen to now because we can appreciate it all. But it's like, especially live, it's like when there's so many baseline switches, it becomes quite hard to be able to pay attention to all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially in a room like that.
Yeah.
Epoch. I'm gonna head out. It's always 12 a.m. Epoch, where are you? Aren't you in France? Is that not
That's
Epoch?
not Epoch. No, Epoch is spelled with a K, and this one's with an H.
Oh my god, I've been like taking the piss out of him, thinking it's Epoch from France, who's like a really good friend of mine.
That's good.
He must have been like, "What the hell does SINJO hate?" I told him to shut the fuck up at one point. I'm so sorry, Evok. I thought you were someone else. Oh no, it's like one of my best friends in the beatbox scene, Epoch from France, and like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just teasing you, man. Yeah. So, guys, we got one more wild card to watch before we get into it. I do want to say a few things. First off, I think they were in the chat before, the Razones. Shout out to the Razones. I'm doing a few shows with them. We have a show coming up in Berlin at the UFA, the UFA. The tickets are in the description if you're around Germany, if you're in Berlin. Guys, please roll through. They've got a new show they've been working on, which is going to be sick. We got rehearsals in a couple of weeks to go over that and set the presets for the desk. So I'm super excited to see that. But if you guys are about, grab yourself a ticket for that. That's going to be a sick show. We've got 4 shows running on the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th of April at the UFA in Berlin. Playing at 8 p.m. every day. So make sure you roll through if you're in the area for that. Otherwise, KBA, have you got anything coming up? Any shows, any albums dropping, anything like that?
At the moment, I'm like right this moment, I have to finish my bachelor's. So right now I'm a bit, what's it called?
Busy?
Busy. That's the word. But I have a bunch of things, and Kaos is involved in a lot of them. We are doing a 1 hour back-to-back with Loop, and it's going to be drum and bass, and it's in Loop Mayhem, which we definitely haven't spoken about before.
That sounds fun, because I am going to be there doing the sound. So
hey. And
so
then also,
get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Or I'll make a diss track about you.
You'll do that anyway.
Which you won't survive. Trust me, I've seen it.
You'll
yeah,
call
guys.
You an Apple Pen.
So tickets for Razones are in the description, and tickets for Loop Mayhem also in the description below. Loop Mayhem is what date again? It's in June. I know I've got it here somewhere.
26th and 27th of June.
28th and 29th of June.
Oh, well, oops.
I think. That's what it says in my calendar. Oh my god!
Somewhere in June.
The Friday and that Friday and Saturday, whatever is in there.
End of June in Kassel in Germany. You guys should come along because it's going to be absolutely insane. If you go watch any of the German producer or loop station videos, there's promo video of it at the end, so you'll see them there. Yeah. That was very smart of FRIIDON to add that in at the end. Did he do that? Did he do you guys a deal like, I'll produce your wildcard video if you let me put the promo at the end of the video?
He just asked us like, "Yo, please do it," and I said no.
Good
he didn't
choice.
say please do it. He said
well, no.
Here's the trailer.
No, actually, he went,
if you want
please,
to, you
please do it, please.
No, but KBA just don't want to support us, and
yeah, I know KBA is very selfish. He doesn't like anyone in the beatbox community. He doesn't like supporting anyone. The only reason he's here in the stream is to diss Swissbeatbox and to diss GBB.
To be honest, I don't know how I got second. It was rigged. SINJO specifically messed up my sound because he doesn't like me.
And this is 100% the truth. Everything
this is
we say
yeah.
right now, this is like
This is on the record.
Yeah.
Hashtag true earther.
Yeah. Oh, and also for the Japanese fans, there's Hatten Beatbox in Yokohama that I'll be at, because I know there's a bunch of Japanese.
Oh, cool! That's awesome.
Fans. So I'll be there as well.
And Kaos, anything else? You got any shows coming up?
Well, if you want, you can watch the live stream tomorrow, how I mess up my drum timing and sing off key. If you want to see that.
If for those wondering,
on Swissbeatbox.
Florida Beatbox Battle is happening tomorrow. I think the stream is happening on Swissbeatbox, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm sad I'm not there. It's the first one I haven't been in a while. But I got things to do. So yeah, good luck, guys. It's going to be a good time.
Someone asked if we have ever nerded out about drum and bass together.
Yes, we have. And to be honest, it was just boring because his taste is terrible and he doesn't know anything about real drum and bass.
What you mean? Okay, right. Who do you like then? Who do you like?
Who do I like?
Yeah.
When?
Kaos.
What year? When?
Now.
Right now?
I wasn't born in 1999. I'm not a dinosaur.
I actually have to look through my playlists. and I lost my USB stick with all my tracks on it, by the way, my DJ stick. I'm so devastated. I was like, I didn't have it backed up either.
I will find out.
There's a few guys I really like. Actually, just now my brain is just going blank.
Whoa, I'm KBA. I like Camo and Crooked. Whoa.
I do like Camo and Crooked.
Whoa, I'm SINJO.
although they is like this liquid D&B type of guy. That's the funniest thing I've heard in a while. I do enjoy liquid every now and again, but I'm far from it. I'm a Euro head.
Yeah.
I like if you're talking old school stuff like Noisia, Misanthrope, Face.
Face is crazy.
Camo and Crooked, Mephius. Who else? Black Sun Empire, Pythias, I think I already mentioned. Audio. There's quite a few. There's some new guys rolling through that are making some sick stuff though as well, which I've just been picking up on. There's a bunch of like no names that I've never heard of before that are actually currently some of my favorite tracks. No, not headaches, not headaches at all. He is capitalized on his Gen Z marketing capabilities, which I respect. I respect his hustle. I prefer Boo, if anything.
And I would take it a level further and say, out of the guys, I actually prefer Sota and Simula to.
I mean, Sota and Simula have like one track out of 100, maybe, but it's just
their sets are much better. Their sets,
that's fine, but like production-wise, I find them they're just so all over the place. I actually play one of Sota's tracks specifically for the beatbox crowd because I know that they'll go nuts on it because of all of the changes and stuff. But I don't like the overcomplicated sound design. It sounds a bit too psytrancey for me, a bit too synthetic.
I can see that with Simula.
I would say AMC, the fucking Machete remix.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I would say at the moment, the ones I listen to the most, I mean, Camo and Crooked, a lot of the guys on Modus, like a lot of the new guys on Modus are really good. Like, what's his name? Xeon's, Scantia, and of course, like Bunchin, Imanu, the Caracal Project, like these guys are crazy.
Caracal Project I really like.
Yeah.
Imanu I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest.
I preferred it more when he was called Signal.
Signal, yeah, same. And he also became a bit of a, I don't know. It just seemed like he got really egotistical after the whole pandemic live streaming scene, and he blew up. But I'm really judging on the surface. Imanu, if you ever see this, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Obviously, I've never met you. You could be the loveliest guy ever. But I'm very, very sensitive to those kind of feelings.
The best set I've ever seen was actually, what's his name? Enai is the best set I've seen, I think.
Enai. Oh, I love Enai. I think he stopped. I think he stopped making music though.
No, he just released new tracks. Actually,
no, I'm thinking of Icicle. Sorry.
Yeah, Icicle stopped. But Enai is crazy. I saw his set at Let It Roll Winter this year, and it was like one of the craziest things I've seen.
I can't seem to find. Date added. Yeah, release date.
Can we watch Slether so I can grab myself something to drink?
That's a good idea. Sorry guys, we're getting sidetracked here. Yeah, that was fun. Good little geek out session. Sorry, Hideful. Thanks for being so patient. We're just having a chat. Slether, thank you for dropping this amazing wildcard. Thank you everyone for sticking with us for so long. I know it's been a long stream. It's been one of our longest ever, I think. We're almost hitting the 3-hour mark. Respect to all you guys for being here and sticking with us. And thank you guys for joining us for this lovely stream, KBA and Kaos. And of course to BEARDYMAN and FRIIDON, who were here earlier but have left. Hideful, let's drop that video. Slether, shout out to you. GBB23 wildcard entry.
Yo guys, this is Fredon from Germany, and this is my entry to the GBB 2024 producer category. Let's go.
You have to put the video up, hide full. Change the scene. Are those beatbox kicks? They sound sampled.
I stare as you walk by. Busy watching all my tears dry. Pouring rain flooding my mind. There's nowhere else I can hide. Feeling like I've gone and lost it all. Perception seeming to slow down. And as it follows the new path you found, what does it take to change your mind? Rejecting all my endless cries. I wish I could take back what I've done. Sorry that I broke you. Sorry that I broke you. What does it take to change your mind? Rejecting all my endless cries. I wish I could take back what I've done. Sorry that I broke you. Change your mind. Does it take to change your mind?
Yo, shout out to Slather, man. That was beautiful. I like
4 out of 10.
Heisenberg's comment was gold. We're going back to our ex with this one. That was good. Oh, mate, that was really nice. It was a beautiful song. Shout out to you, Slather, bro. Good luck in the competition. So just make sure you forward your PayPal to Inky and those guys, and they'll send you through the
Already ahead of that. It's already done.
Probably, yeah. He knows
Me and
the game.
Kaos have already done that, so it's a bit over, to be honest, already.
How's your guy, okay, as previous producer category winners, wildcard winners and performers, give us your feedback on that one, guys. Kaos, what are you feeling?
I think the track is really beautiful. Like, he showed it to me, and I was like, he showed me 2 tracks, and he was like, "Oh, what should I do for TV wildcard?" And I was like, "Are you out of your mind?" Of course, this one. I think it's great. The only thing that bothers me, I don't know if you catch that, but it's in the video that he's always looking to the left, like someone's standing there with a shotgun, and it's like, if you can't get that take, it's over. And he's always looking left when he sings. So,
No, I didn't catch that one.
It's great. It's great.
I just want to say, Elke Chloe with the truest comment of all time. Mind is the most used word in loop lyrics.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, we could do like a one of those chat GPT analysis of most
of all
used.
loop lyrics. Yeah.
Mind. Yeah, well, that's what we are, guys. We're all just a mind in a meat sack, meat robot, just walking around. That's what we are. No, that was actually dope, man. Good luck with that. The only thing I will say is it sounded all really nicely put together. I don't even have much feedback. The only thing I heard out of place, it sounded like when you did the chord, the doubler on the voice, that the copied version was out of key when he did the harmonizer. So I have a feeling you may have set the wrong key signature for the harmonizer on the vocals. If you listen back when he harmonizes in the voice, it sounds. I might be wrong. I'm not the best with music theory, but I have a really good ear for that, and that's what it sounded like to me when it played. So that would be my only critique on that one. But otherwise, awesome job, man. Really, I wish you the best of luck. On that note, guys, what a stream. We've come to the end. Kaos, I'm so sorry you had to endure that with no food. I warned you. You could have had Uber Eats come in the middle of that and just been munching away in the meantime.
Yeah, true. But eating on stream, I don't know, with 250 people in chat and me going
burger in the face, man. We'll do one next time where we're all just eating, and that'll be the whole stream. Before we go, I just want to say a big shout out. Thank you so much to our sponsors from GBB Boss, Roland, V-Motor, Beat City Japan, Abema, Abirex, Pesa, Tesseract, Republic, Buko Beach Resort, and our partners TV Asahi and the team in Japan, Tatsuki and Hikaru. Thanks for making all this happen. Can't wait for the next GBB edition. It's going to be sick. And of course, to our judges, Beardyman, Inky, Tioneb, ZD, Tom Thumb. We got day 2 streaming next week. Maybe some of you guys are up for joining us. I'd love to have you here. It'll be really fun. It'll be a bit shorter because the videos are obviously shorter. And I think we might have a few more of the judges here. So that's always the exciting part, when you guys get to have a bit of a direct conversation with the judges about your rounds. I think it's really fun for you guys and for the stream, for people to see what goes on behind the scenes. But other than that, shout out to Hideful for running the stream. Thank you so much for being here. He's always doing such an amazing job, sitting there working his ass off, listening to us just chat shit for 3 hours while he's doing all the technical stuff. So thanks for your patience, bro, and for all your hard work. But yeah, and last but not least, thank you to everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here and watching with us. We couldn't do this without you guys. So I love you all. Thanks for getting us over the mark. Thanks for all the likes and for the subscriptions and the super chats and the donations and all the good stuff. We love you a long time. In the meantime, is there any last words from you guys? Kaos, KBA, you got anything to say to the people?
No.
No, give me food.
Yes. I really dislike beatboxing. I just wanted to say that to everyone.
We all knew that already. We all knew that already. That's why you do loop.
Yep. And I don't even loop anymore, so.
There you go. There you go.
Those were good last words.
No, some brilliant, some real positivity coming from the chat here, coming from the stream. Hey, from all of us here from Swissbeatbox, we love you. Thank you. In the meantime, I say the 3, and y'all say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, Beatbox.